Brought to you by Penguin.
Burn the Negative by Josh Winning. Read by Stephanie Cannon.
When the legend becomes fact, print the legend. Maxwell Scott, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, 1962. Internet memes circa 2019. Creator unknown. Guest house. Noun. 1. A modest hotel. 2. A domestic building, separate from a private residence, in which to host guests. 3. The Guest House. A gnarly goddamn 1993 horror movie set in a cursed hotel. Basically, everybody involved in making the film is dead. So now you're 100% interested, am I right? Needleman gonna get you. Wink emoji. Chapter 1. By the time Laura Warren realized she was fucked, she was already halfway across the Atlantic Ocean. The plane was full, and she'd popped a sleeping pill 30 minutes ago, washed it down with a plastic cup of red wine. It dulled the drone of the engine and made the shapes of her fellow passengers pleasantly hazy. She could almost pretend they weren't there. Travel was one of the few remaining perks of being a journalist. Her job had taken her all over the world. Tokyo, New York, Sofia. That last, an article about the city's booming film industry, earned her a lethal-looking award 2 years ago that ended up buried in the cupboard she called an office, along with a small forest's worth of Zeppelin magazine back issues. Awards weren't her thing. She just wanted to write words that mattered. Los Angeles, though. That made her want to take more sleeping pills. The digital flight chart on the seat back in front of her showed a plane edging closer to California, no matter how badly Laura willed it to turn around. And the pill wasn't working fast enough to numb the anxiety that razored her lungs. She wished the steward would circle back with the wine. He could leave the bottle if he liked. Her neighbor grunted in his sleep, his knee pressing into hers. Laura grimaced and shifted over. She wasn't a nervous traveler, had never been freaked out by the altitude or baby food, but she found planes to be a lot. The lack of space made her feel enormous, like she was taking up more room than anybody else, more air. She had caught the look from her neighbor when he sat down, annoyance that his ability to manspread would be inhibited all the way from London to L.A. She could tell him to go to hell, of course, that she wanted to be there as little as he did. Instead, she made a joke about how cozy the next 11 hours would be, and when he merely nodded, swallowed her frustration and opened her first mini-pack of pretzels. 37 years old, and she still filled every awkward silence with a joke. Taking a breath, she resolved to keep her mind occupied until she passed out. She tapped the iPad propped on the tray table, opening the press release she'd started to read but neglected to finish in the lead-up to the trip. Everything was always so last-minute these days, and press documents gave her a headache. Their robotic enthusiasm was exhausting. Begrudgingly, she scanned the first couple of pages, then scrolled to the About the Production section on page 3. She read the first line. Streaming miniseries It Feeds is a modern reinterpretation of 90s horror movie The Guest House. And every nerve in her body snapped. Hair prickled on the back of her neck as if charged with electricity. With numb hands, she dragged the iPad closer, convinced she was seeing things. She willed the sentence to change, to rearrange itself. But no matter how many times she read it, the words remained the same. The guest house. The guest house. The goddamn motherfucking guest house. Her body suddenly felt distant, a concept rather than a physical object, as her mind went into overdrive. It buzzed with a single question, like a wasp trapped in a glass. How the hell did Mike find out about her past?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?